Snack time. Hello lovers, welcome back to Travel Snacks. So today we are going from Arizona to New Mexico, and you're going to want to watch till the end because something crazy happens in the Walmart parking lot. So let's jump right in. Oh my gosh. Okay, I parked at the Benson, Arizona Walmart last night. It was great. Had a great night's sleep for the most part, but it's freezing. It's 32 degrees. And at a certain point, I just couldn't stay warm. So I had to get up, come into my front seat, and turn on the heater. And it's still trying to heat up. Oh, and I'm still tired. I want to get more sleep, but I like couldn't. It's cold. It's just cold. Now I'm just trying to organize my breakfast, but there's a lot going on, and I really am organized, but there's just like, let me show. It's just like, there's just a lot of stuff. 6 hard-boiled eggs. I'm not gonna eat all 6. I'm just gonna eat 2, and then I'll put the rest in the cooler. I just checked my ice in the cooler, and it's about a quarter melted, so that might last today or tomorrow. I also brought this last cereal from my house before I left, and this almond milk that I thought I was going to use for protein shakes, but I never did protein shakes. So now I just have this whole thing of almond milk, so I think I'm going to try to finish this out with the cereal. And then after that, I still need to brush my teeth and brush my hair. My hair is so knotted up because I forgot to wear my bonnet last night, so my hair is just like in one giant, it's just a giant. And it's already 9 o'clock, and I'm supposed to be and then I'm driving to Las Cruces, New Mexico. So things are just taking a lot.
Is broken. This is a different one. That's for something else. Unrelated. This part is broken. So when I went to go charge my power pack, it won't charge. It will. So I went to Walmart. They didn't have it. I went to another Walmart. They had something that might work, but when I got it, it didn't work. Plus, on the instructions, it legit said, this cord contains lead, so you must wash your hands after. I'm like, I'm not keeping that. That's toxic. So I took that one back to Walmart. So now I drove to Las Cruces, New Mexico to Target. They didn't have anything like that. Not a replacement. So now I need to go to Best Buy. Now, you might find the story boring, but I'm sharing this with you because if you ever consider going on the road and doing YouTube or doing something where you're going to document it, these are the things that slow you down.
I'm about to eat my lunch. I got to make my sandwich. Oh, here it is. Got my nut butter. Have a sandwich. Go to Best Buy. Get on with my day. So I did indeed go to Best Buy to look for the cord for my power pack, and they didn't have anything like that. So I went to batteries plus bulbs, and unfortunately, the only solution that worked required me to buy 2 kits. So I asked them what their return policy is, and they have a 14-day window. So what I thought I would do is stay in contact with the company where I bought the power pack and try to get them to send me a replacement within those 14 days, and then I'll end up taking back the 2 kits. It's just been like such a whole ordeal that's causing so much drama in my day. Why are you not subscribed? Take a second, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and throw a like on it. And if you're already subscribed,
I love you, I love you, I love you!
After that, there was one sightseeing thing that I wanted to see, and it was I don't know if it's the world's largest chili, but that's what they were saying is like it's a huge chili. So first of all, I'm driving over to this place and I could not find it. It was dark. there was a lot of hotels around there, and I was like, where is this place? So I drove back and forth, and then I finally found it, and then I was like, what's this dinky little chili? Is this another fake thing like the 30-foot tall cactus in Arizona? I was like, no, this thing is not giant. This thing is like a little pipsqueak. I'm like, okay, that's not what I expected. So then I turned my car around to go out of the parking lot, and then I saw it. The most magnificent red chili ever. It was huge. I mean, compared to little pipsqueak, I mean, it was like gigantic, super gigantic, and I was in awe. I was like, man, I wish I was here during the day. I'll go back tomorrow morning so I can get some footage during the day, but that'll be on another video.
Press 4. Speak.
Customer service, how can I help you?
Yes, do you allow overnight car parking at your location?
It's going to be on the GM side on the very far. You'll see the RVs when you pull up.
I'm sorry, the what side?
The GM side, general market, so not the grocery side.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Okay, so there's an app called Free Roam, and it's great. It tells you like which of these locations do and do not allow overnight parking, but it's user-generated content, so if people haven't stayed there or don't know, then you won't know. So I went on Free Roam and I looked at this particular Walmart, and there's only one review, and it said that they do allow RV parking, but they don't allow car parking because I guess her friend parked next to her van, and they came in at 2:30 in the morning and tapped on her window and said, you can't park here as a car, only if you have an RV. So now I just called, as you heard. When she says, yes, we allow it, you just have to park over by the RVs, that's a little curious. So I don't know, maybe the user was wrong, or maybe if I park here, I'm gonna get a tap on the window in the middle of the night. I don't know. Also, there's RVs on both sides of this parking lot. So when she was like, oh, you'll see all the RVs, well, I see RVs behind me on the, I guess that's the left side, and I see RVs on the right side, which I'll show you right now. I mean, this side has a more heavy presence of RVs, I think. But I mean, honestly, there was a lot of RVs on the other side too. I don't know. I don't want to park like super close to one of these RVs and then creep them out. It's a little unsettling, so I don't know. I don't know. Okay. What I said I didn't want to happen, let me turn this heat down because it's 32 degrees. What I said I didn't want to have happen just happened. So I'm sound asleep. P.S. It's 1 a.m. right now. I'm sound asleep in my back seat in the Walmart parking lot, Las Cruces, New Mexico. The same Walmart that I called and she says, yes, you can park. I just got woken up by a security guard who pounded on my window. And by the way, don't pound on my window and do damage to my window, which he didn't, but I'm just tired. And I just opened my back door and I was like, yes. And he's like, sorry, ma'am, you can't park here. And I was like, I called before I parked here. And he's like, did you get a name? And my fault, I didn't get a name because I just thought if you call Walmart and you're like right here at Walmart, then somebody says, yes, you can park here, just park by the RVs, then it's gonna be okay. So I was like, no, I didn't get a name, but I called right before I parked here. And so annoyed. So he's like, sorry, ma'am, but the security companies told me that, you know, this is let me get my thoughts together. He was like, well, the security company that I work for that patrols this parking lot, we have to make sure that no cars are parking here overnight. So he's like, you have to move to the other side of the parking lot. I'm like, where? What other side? And he's like, on the other side. I'm like, over by Cracker Barrel? And he's like, no, I wouldn't recommend parking there, which I called Cracker Barrel and they said I could park there, but he's like, no, I wouldn't recommend parking there. And then he's like, park over by GameStop. Well, I'm just driving over by GameStop right now, and there's posted signs that say no overnight parking. You'll be towed. So I'm like, bro, and also, quick little rant, I'm a solo person here, and there's vagrants walking around. There's broken bottles over here by GameStop. The parking lot here at GameStop is completely empty. And this is literally across the street. And Walmart has like over 100 parking spots. Look, so I'm here. Walmart's right there. It's like, what is going on here? RVs can park right there. And I'm soundly sleeping right next to an RV. And yet, I have to move across the street. Not even across the street, like literally just a tiny driveway between these two parking lots. Like, is it that serious? Like, do you want people to be unsafe? Okay, I get this as private property. And I get that there's city ordinances, and I'm not blaming the security officer because he's doing his job. But this is a rant that I have because I'm like, what is America coming to? I sound like an old person. But really, if people, like, I have a, I'm doing this as by choice, but some people don't have a choice, and nobody is doing anything crazy out here. Literally parked, turned off my lights, went to sleep. Why is this a problem? Why are you knocking on my window? Why am I up at 1 a.m. trying to find a spot as a single woman? And also, I'm not trying to make this a gender thing also. Single man, single person, just any person, minding their own business. Now, if I was throwing trash out, smoking, making loud music, playing loud music, doing something crazy, all right, then okay. And this is a 24-hour Walmart. So relax. Like, oh my gosh, there's so many open spaces still. Quite honestly, like, I'm a little creeped out about parking here because it's not as populated and there's people walking around. Probably because those people at Walmart kicked them out. Oh my gosh. I'm amped. And I still need to go back to sleep. I'm so heated looking over at those RVs that are allowed to park there while I'm sitting over here not able to park there. That is discrimination. That is discrimination.